Good afternoon, Pep.
Afternoon.
10 games unbeaten, heading into a real busy couple of weeks now, Saturday, Wednesday games. Yeah. How's the mood in the camp been this week?
Everyone very focused, the same focus as we had when we were in a bad run in Christmas. Focus on our job, focus on showing the best side of ourselves, thinking and believing that we can go the extra mile to fight for the 3 points. And I understand, of course, it's much nicer when you're getting results and you're getting the reward of all the hard work that you put. It all creates a better situation overall, but the mentality on getting better and work for the club and fight for the football club, it's always been there. And I'm happy now that possibly we got some rewards to reward our fans as well. So very positive week, and we hope that we can keep putting the same on Saturday and things get more clear and we get more mature and we go the extra mile a bit longer and a bit more and we make another good game.
Was that opening 30 minutes against Brentford this type of football that you've been working on for some time now?
Yes, it was. For me, I said it after the game, for us, for me personally it was a pleasure, but at the end of the day, it's an opinion, right? It doesn't really matter. For the team, it was very good because we put Brentford for half an hour against the ropes with a brilliant offensive football, a football that everyone carried with a maximum professionality and with a lot of courage and a lot of desire to win. You know, I saw a complete unity between the team and the fans. The game started very well with Scott Hogan intercepting just from the kickoff, and it just shows the mentality that of what we're trying to build all together. You know, and of course you understand you need what we build. It's very nice, and the fact that we played that kind of game and it's very good, and we need to keep building on it and growing. But we did a lot of really good things against Brentford. Not only that first half an hour where we created a lot of problems to them and possibly we should have been more ahead of them, but as well some of the side that we don't normally put the eye on it, they were really spot on. For example, if we understand Brentford had 9 counterattacks against us on Saturday with a 0% success on getting to the box, right? Normally, Brentford has an average of 16 per game. So you have to do a lot of things right because counterattacks are the easier way to create problems to a football team. So the focus to avoid those situations and not get into those situations, it's a lot of work behind that to be done, you know, and that doesn't really catch the eye because, as I always said, it's not a fantastic 1v1 or fantastic action that you did a lot on Saturday and a lot of players did a lot, but it's this focus in doing the right things for the benefit of the club that the whole team did it, which it made a very good game. When I saw it back, check all the data, for example, Benrahma has an average of more than 5 successful dribbles per game. Benrahma on Saturday had 3 dribbles and 0 successful. This means that Maxim did a fantastic job on him individually, and the whole team worked very hard to avoid Benrahma to even have chances to make 5 dribbles because he only got allowed to do 3. You know, so there's a lot of things that requires a lot of time. But now that the team is getting to that point to recognize that and improve it, and that happens, and we show it into a game, and we turn ourselves into a very difficult team to play against, and a team as well. Then when we go forward, we are dangerous against one of the best defensive sides of the league, like Brentford is. You know, it fills everyone with pride. But it's credit to everyone involved, especially the players and all the staff and everyone and the fans as well. Because despite we went into a bad run and they had a little bit of a doubt, but we said it then. It's a price that you pay. It's a price that you pay. And now we're in a good run, but we forget it because it doesn't matter now. The run can end any day, but now we have a team that can focus on a mentality. We're going 1 game per game, and it's not a team that it's difficult to beat. It's a team that is difficult to beat, and it's a team that creates problems, and it's a team that believes in what we're doing. So it's a real pride. But we need to be ambitious, and we need to keep improving, and we need to take that into next season and build on it. And this is the way that you achieve things in football, in my opinion. Maybe yours is different there.
As we go into the last couple of months of
Yeah.
the season, then, do you believe that this group of players are peaking at the right time?
Yeah, I think most of the players, if not all of them, in my opinion, all of them are getting to a physical peakness. In my opinion, the best in the season, they're starting to have it now. They're not peaking, you know. They're starting to have the best physical moment in the team, the best tactical moment, the best technical moment. They're starting to get to that point in a good moment in the season where everything is decided. When, to be fair, with all the homework done, because it's early February and no one here is afraid of relegation, that didn't happen a few years ago, right? So when we've done all that homework and the worst thing has passed, the team is starting to feel very good physically, very good technically, very good tactically, and whatever happens on a certain game, we know that we have the tools to completely forget that and keep going on another one. You know what I mean?
Fair to say there was lots of noise surrounding the first fixture between ourselves and Sheffield Wednesday and what was happening off the pitch. In your mind, ahead of Saturday, is this just an opportunity to pick up 3 points and nothing more?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it only matters. We want to go into Sheffield game on Saturday with a view to secure the 3 points, and with a view to do it the way that we want. And we know it's going to be very difficult because no one's going to give you the points. We know they got to put the shift in. We know there is a side as well that has the experience of 2 playoffs on them. We know there's a side that was tipped to make the playoff or automatic promotion when we were tipped to be relegated. And we know there's a side who's been there, you know, has the quality, has the talent, and they can always create problems, you know. And the fact that they are not in a good moment, it means nothing in 90 minutes, you know. So we know it's going to be very difficult, but we have a lot of trust in ourselves, and we have that trust that we love the game, and we love to play the game our way and put things difficult for them and fight for the 3 points. And our mentality now is 1 game at a time, and we don't care about nothing else.
As you mentioned, that's 1 win in 10 for Sheffield Wednesday. In some ways, though, could that make them a more dangerous opponent on Saturday, because they'll be hoping that run comes to a stop pretty soon? Yeah,
that will make them more dangerous for everything that I said before, because it can turn you in a way that doesn't mean that you have to be complacent, the fact that you're playing against a team. In the end of the day, it's a squad made for promotion, with the quality in the squad to make a promotion, with plenty of options to play any tactical system you want, to pick from any player you want, to fill any role that you want. So their options to do whatever to try to achieve that playoff, they're always there on this side, and it doesn't matter the run they are in. When the game starts, it's 10v10 in the pitch plus the 2 keepers, and it's always a difficult game. So of course. So in the end of the day, it's about us recognizing what are the strengths of these teams, prepare very well to cope with those strengths, and recognize what their weaknesses are, that they're not many, but they have weaknesses like everyone else, and try to maximize those weaknesses and prepare very well the whole week. And I can say that we've done that very well. We prepare very well to cope with the strengths, and very well to cope with the weaknesses. But in the end of the day, it's what happens in the pitch. And in the pitch, it's got to be, in my opinion, it's got to be critical what every of our fans puts as well. That extra they got to put, because I'm with the players all day and I get to know them a lot. And when St Andrews is a place that, if we are united like we were against Brentford, and if we are together, and we're very strong, we're very, very strong, and it will be difficult moments in the games that our fans will make a difference. And that needs to be a rocking place on Saturday, and we need to all together work very hard to make sure the 3 points stay at home.
You spoke about how well defensively we played against Brentford. Sheffield Wednesday have scored the highest number of goals away from home this season, so it suggests they'll still carry an attacking threat on Saturday. Just how pleased have you been as a defensive unit in the last few months?
Very pleased, because that was one area that we needed to improve. We need to improve 2 main areas in the games: clear, score more goals, and avoid goals, right? So we've done that very well. A big part of the season we focus on have glimpses of the style that we want, and big part of the season, like lately, since December, we focus on making sure that we shorten a lot the goals against. And that's a job that's required, starts with the strikers. And I think we'll understand. I think, in my opinion, Sheffield is a difficult opponent to have at home for the fact that you made. So how do I take it? As a challenge? As a challenge? All right, then we got to face one of the best attacks away from home, right? Then make sure that we are showing the best of our side, and we go the extra mile, and we take it as a challenge.
A stat emerged that we've scored more goals inside the 6-yard box than any other team in the Championship. What does that say about your side?
It says about you. You're a good analyst, first of all. I didn't know that fact. Possibly we have a determinant player in the opposition 6-yard box, like Juki, with a very good complement of Scott, who is very good as well in the 6-yard box and the whole box, really. And it shows that we can fit the strikers to get to those situations. It's a very good data because any shot from the 6-yard box has the highest possibility to finish into goal. So this means that the team is doing a lot of good things for that to be like it is. But I didn't know, but thank you.
We know nothing's decided at this stage of the season. You've alluded to the fact that relegation seems less of a possibility now. How do you keep this group of players motivated with 13 games left? With
the simplest of the things. That world could finish Sunday. World could finish Sunday, let's win Saturday, and that's it. So one game at a time mentality. One game at a time. Look, I tell you something. I heard that all my life. But that's a core philosophy in one team in Spain. The mentality, the philosophy of one game at a time, right? It's Atletico Madrid, for example. And when they implement that philosophy, what this team managed to produce in terms of results is massive. One game at a time reduces the pressure on the players. It takes your focus away of anything that is up in the air that you can achieve. All these talks, that is nonsense in the game. Because the only thing valid in the game is that you have a game on Saturday, you need to be better than the opposition, you need to win the game and win the points. And that's it. All the other, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's talk, right? It needs to be there so the journalists can talk about it and the fans can talk about it, but it's speculation, right? The only thing that matters for us, for professionals, is what will happen on Saturday. And what will happen on Saturday has no effect directly. Where we come from has no real effect on Saturday, and whatever happens Saturday will have no effect on the next games. But what will have an effect on the next games is this mentality, to be able to focus Saturday to fight for the 3 points, secure this point and go for the other 2 that are on play. If we win them, job done. Next one, the same. If we don't win them and we get a point, okay, 1 point, next one. And if we don't win them, okay, next time, go get them, next one. You know, so in my opinion, that's it. End of the season, then we'll see the table. And I'm very happy that the possibility of relegation now is very, very low for the club, obviously, because that means the homework that we put got us to this situation. And in the end of the day, that fills me with pride when I think about the players who achieved it, and opens the possibility to keep focusing on this mentality going game by game from now on.
Does it suggest that the players are now able to express themselves? Is the freedom now because relegation is quite a way behind us?
Yeah, they can. If they keep thinking only about game by game and fighting, going the extra mile, they can. Yeah, of course, no, they can always. They always could, but that's what I mean. That philosophy of one game at a time allows for that. Allows for football to happen. When I think about football, I'll be romantic, you know, in some of the about the game, you know. And we need to make sure we are leading this team. We need to grant the situation for that to happen. And the only way to grant is to block anything else and making sure there is only 90 minutes and let's be better than the opposition and let's do it with our own style, our own way, our own belief, and obviously our own expression in the field.
Moving on to team news, how's Scott Hogan? It was quite a hefty whack that he sustained against Brentford. How's he shaping up ahead of Saturday?
He's adapted, and I've been working. Not assessing, I've been working on other options because he's still adopting and we don't know. He's been working on his ankle. A decision will have to be made tomorrow or Saturday, but I've been working on other options as well.
Just in terms of Kerry Marabchi and Jack McGowan, a couple of players who have been out for a few weeks now, how are they doing?
Still a few weeks left in recovery. We hope that they can get back as soon as possible, because, to be fair, they're important players in the team and they're doing well on their recovery. But of course, there's still a few weeks.
Good luck for Saturday.
Thank you.